A pair of inmates who escaped from the Fannin County Jail northeast of Dallas are tonight back in custody.
One was caught in Oklahoma, the other just a few miles away from where he escaped. Ramon Perez turned himself in to authorities in Durant, Oklahoma this morning. Raymond Ross was spotted in a neighborhood in Bonham, about 80 miles outside of Dallas. Surveillance captured him roaming a neighborhood there today. Authorities conducted a search, causing schools to be put on lockdown for a time. Fox 4's Peyton Yeager is in Fannin County tonight with our update. Peyton.
Steve, and it was all hands on deck here in Fannin County. There were several sightings of escaped inmate Raymond Ross earlier today in a Bonham neighborhood. So investigators knew he was nearby, but it turns out he was hiding out right under their noses. Just before sundown Wednesday evening, escaped inmate Raymond Ross was found in a Bonham apartment following a 4-day manhunt in Fannin County.
And as they were getting ready to leave, they noticed that there was 2 residents that they hadn't searched all day because they were occupied.
Earlier on Wednesday, investigators were tipped off Ross had been using a stolen phone. The phone's last pinged location, the same apartment where the sheriff's office says Ross was found hiding under a bed. The arrest took place just feet away from the mobile command center Fannin County set up at the Housing Authority.
And yes, the elephant in the room was basically right across the street.
It's still unclear if Ross was receiving any help. Investigators were on scene interviewing the people from the apartment where Ross was found. Ross had been on the run since Saturday evening when the Fannin County Sheriff's Office says he and his cellmate, Ramon Perez, hatched a plan to escape the Fannin County Jail's South Annex.
They got out of their cell, got into the inner side of the inner walls, were able to make their way up through into the attic, I believe. I don't know all of the, and then found their way to the outer part of the building and were able to kick their way through the ceiling part of the outer part of the building and escape that way.
Perez turned himself into authorities Wednesday morning near Durant, Oklahoma, just north of the Red River. But Ross didn't make it very far. Wednesday morning, Ross was caught on surveillance video walking through Bonham neighborhoods, just a few miles away from the jail. The sightings caused Bonham ISD to put schools on lockout. Ross also tried to flag down a ride, but the driver called 911.
I can see those face tattoos and the neck tattoos as well.
Joanna Avila also called 911 after seeing Ross on her doorbell camera just after 7 a.m. Wednesday morning. The video shows Ross walking across her driveway and ducking behind the family's truck. Avila says her mother had just left for work less than 10 minutes before.
The door was unlocked. My younger brother was inside. I was asleep. He could have easily gone inside and did anything.
But Wednesday evening, a sigh of relief was felt over Fannin County, with both inmates back in custody, now facing additional charges. Perez was in jail for aggravated assault of a child. Ross for evading arrest with a motor vehicle, drug possession, and for possessing a firearm as a felon. So now there's an ongoing investigation on exactly how these 2 men escaped. Now we're here at the Fannin County Sheriff's South Annex jail. So there's not barbed wire fence around this jail. So once they got out through the ceiling, they just ran into the pitch black woods. So the sheriff's office tell me right now they are reevaluating their security checks.